Hello, I'm Charlie Brooker and you're watching Screenwipe, a programme all about television, and that's about all we've got time for this week, so bye!
On BBC One now, Adrian Chiles is hot on the trail of the real Jackie Brambles. And on BBC Three, Barry Shitpeas is sick on a widow. Now on BBC Four, Victoria Coren's Close to the Edge.
Corners are where little Jack Horner ate his pie. Several hundred years later, Dizzy Rascal rapped about being a boy in one. Corners have been an essential part of popular culture for centuries. And yet, incredibly, they didn't exist at all until 1384. In fact, this example, here in the crypt of St James's Church, Spitalfields, was the first corner in the world. People queued for hours.
Yeah,
just
hooray
to gain...
for f***ing corners. Go on, piss off, Coren. Come on, end this bullshit now. I haven't finished. Roll credits. Have you noticed how programmes today all seem to overlap each other? Whatever happened to the good old days of proper end credits like this?
I'll tell you what happened. These lovely old credits ended.
In the case of the BBC, they ended in June this year when this set of guidelines was introduced. It specifies what you can and can't do, with the emphasis on the can't. But before we ever moan about that, let's look at how credits used to work.
Old end credits were often agreeably shambolic and handmade, like these charmingly low-tech examples from Crossroads. What's more, they lasted an age compared to today and would often end with the date the show was made printed in Roman numerals, so it was hard for viewers to tell just how old the repeat was. But then broadcasters did some research and realised that people turned off or over during the end credits, and that just won't do in today's multi-channel world where the networks have to continually show off and behave in undignified ways in a desperate bid for your attention. It's embarrassing. Hence the credit squeeze, which is meant in theory to keep you glued to the set. Thanks to the squeeze, we can't end the show the way we used to, no. Now our credits can't have distracting words or visuals in them, so they can be squeezed and babbled over. But we miss old end credits, and here's why. Proper end credits provide a mental breathing space, bookending each show and giving you time to let your mental food go down. It's a bit like the moment you finish reading a novel. It's nice to just gaze wistfully out the window for a few moments and reflect. But how much shitter would that be if the minute you finished, somebody started trying to get you to read another book and then another book?
Yes, some things are more important than ratings, and I'd argue that aesthetics are one of them.
Now there's no more bits of business from the cast like in the pantomime-esque Are You Being Served? No more singing along to the toe-tapping Rent-A-Ghost theme tune.
We are extraordinary fellas here at Rent-A-Ghost.
No more funny joke names nestling amongst the titles, and it's tougher to subversively pretend your show's ended when it hasn't, as in the peerless Monty Python.
On BBC Two, a discussion on censorship between Derek Hart, the Bishop of Woolwich, and a nude man. And on BBC One, me telling you this.
People in TV, especially young whippersnappers on their first jobs, like seeing their names in the credits. It gives them a sense of pride in their work. I mean, look what's happened to our team since the credit change.
What's more, some viewers like credits.
I used to like wondering who Mikola Polak was, or why Ken Morse always seemed to be credited as rostrum camera.
Incidentally, this is Mikola Polak. He's a man.
No, all that's gone now, crushed by the clunking dead fist of marketing and people who use words like content and solutions, like this prick.
Enablement really, really does mean vision. And vision, conversely, also means enablement.
Yeah, ultimately, credit squeezes are bad because this gonk thinks they're good.
Don't you make me sick. Let's have a look at your little report. Oh, let's try your glasses on. Oh, what does it look like? Oh, I can see content everywhere. That's interesting, isn't it? Oh, do you like that, do you? Bring the rest of it up. Well, I have a look at this one. No, look at this report. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at it, yeah? That makes sense to you, doesn't it, you idiot? Pick it up. Pick it up.